What's up? What's up, people? Rasati out here in Singapore, and thank you so much for joining me on the Night Owl podcast. As always, I am so grateful for you to listen in, to join in the conversation, to ask me questions, to join a discussion. I love speaking to all of you. I love my community as it grows and expands and teaches me new things and helps me prepare better to be able to serve you guys. I really do appreciate all of your time and all of your efforts. Now, for those of you who don't already know, I am in the phase right now where I'm actually chasing 1,000 episodes. I'm close. I'm not there yet, but I'm close. And I am on track to be able to hit 1,000 episodes by December 31st. Now, this is something that is a personal goal. I've been at this for about 3 years. And if I had stayed consistent, it probably wouldn't be that much of a reach. But you know what? We gonna reach anyway. It's the point that, you have a dream that is a little bit bigger than you're ready for, and you just have no choice but to grow into it. But today I actually want to talk about a post that I came across. Mr. Jazz Good Life is an account that I've been following for a while now, and he posts some really thought-provoking quotes, and it's a lot of Leo Tolstoy and like other older philosophers and stuff like that. So this particular one says, when you love someone, you love the person as they are and not as you like them to be. But I don't think a lot of people actually understand this. You see who they are and you see their potential, and a lot of us fall in love with the potential that they could be the best husband, that they could be such a rock star, that they could be, this mad scientist that comes up with the next cure for cancer or whatever the case may be. Like, it could be so fantastic, and you're falling in love with this idea of who they could be because they're showing potential. They're showing signs of, the capability of growth. But at the bottom of it all, they need to want to grow. They may be comfortable where they are. They may have all the genius and talent in the world, but if they're not ready to do anything about it, there's nothing you can do. You cannot move anyone who's not ready to move themselves. And this is something I've learned the hard way, actually. A lot of my clients show a lot of promise that they have the capacity to grow and to stretch and to become all that they want to be. They have this want already. They want to have a perfect life. They want to have a really great relationship. They want to feel like they've got everything together and they're living their best life. But a lot of what they don't seem to realize is their life as it is at the moment is made up of little habits that they're so used to and so comfortable with that they're not actually ready to change yet. And for me to ask them to change any of those things, well, let's just say I'm going to be met with a little bit of pushback. It's not going to be one of those easy conversations. They're going to tell you that, no, I need to do it like this. This is the only way I know how to do it, and I'm not going to change. So bottom line is, you can't make anyone change. You can't force anyone to do what it is they say they need to do in order to grow. Case in point, my brother says he wants to lose weight, but he's not about to give up his lifestyle and change anything in order for him to start working out or anything so he can lose the weight. He's just not ready. It's not urgent yet. It's not one of those E.T. the hip hop preacher moments where he says, you know what? Until you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you're not going to succeed. So it's one of those situations. Let me give you another example. I've had people come to me and say, you know what, they're in a toxic relationship. The person is overbearing, is very, very needy, doesn't allow them to do much of anything without having to check in and ask permission, all that stuff. And they feel like they are trapped. There's no way around it. They don't know what to do, and they just don't like the situation. Usually, my first response is, well, if it's causing you that much pain, leave. To which, all of a sudden, they switch gears and they start telling me all the reasons why they should stay, though. But I've been with them for so many years, and you know what? They know me better than everybody else, and she's helped me with this, and they've taken care of that, and I've always, always, always promised that I would be there with them, and we've been through thick and thin, and suddenly, I have the other half of the story. First, they were telling me that they couldn't stand it anymore. And second of all, when I told them, well, then simply just leave, they gave me the other half of the story. The good times, the nostalgia. Oh my gosh, I can't live without this person. They've been a part of my life for blah, blah, blah many years. So what do I do in that instance? As much as I see the potential of this person to actually live a happy and fulfilling life, she's not willing to let go of the person that's causing her harm, or he's not willing to open his eyes and see exactly how much harm is being caused by this relationship. So what can I do? The only thing that I can do is offer some advice and help them baby step their way into whatever change they're about to make. Sometimes they stay with the other person, but instead of just staying and leaving it as it is, they learn to set boundaries. They learn to ask for what they need. They learn to tell the other person, hey, you're hurting me, which they may have been afraid to do before, or maybe they did it in a way before that caused more trouble than it did any kind of a good discussion where they could actually get to the root of the problem. So either way, the point is, when you love somebody, you're supposed to love them as they are. and not as you like them to be. And that's easier said than done because we're looking at potential. A lot of us, even me, I'm looking at potential. I'm looking at the potential of my daughter to become this brilliant artist. But unless she wants it as badly as the talent that I see in her, I can't push her to do nothing. I just have to encourage her as she makes decisions, and if she wants to switch gears and do something else, I need to be ready to let her know, hey, you know what? Okay, if you're ready to do this, we can support you this way. Or if you have started a course of study and you want to switch gears halfway through, I need to remind her of the consequences and the repercussions and see if she really wants to make the decision or not, and then let her make her way. As much as we want to love someone for their potential, it doesn't suddenly magically appear because we love them. Rather than doing that and setting yourself up for disappointment, I would rather you see them as they are. See the ugly habits, see the laziness, see the procrastination, see the temper, see the potential for them, not the potential, okay, so see the examples they leave of how they treat people, older people, younger people, their moms. How do they, provide for themselves? How do they spend money? Look at all those things and understand what they actually mean. Take it at face value. Don't inflate it in your mind. Don't go put them up on a pedestal, because when you put somebody up on a pedestal, they have nowhere to go but fall. So let them be as they are. Don't put any extra pretense on it. Don't put any extra expectation on it. And maybe then you can learn to love them as they are and build a beautiful friendship, because friendship is the best basis for any relationship. The fact that you understand who they are, you love them even though they have shortcomings. You're not trying to glorify anything. You're trying to gloss over anything. You see them as they are. My brother, he can be disgusting. I don't know how many different plates and pieces of food I found in his room over the years, and it's gross. But push come to shove, he's the guy to have in your corner, because he's going to stand up for you when you're not ready to stand up for yourself. He's going to speak up for you when you've lost your voice. He's going to remind you of who you are, because he makes sure he gets to know you so well. So aside from these little things that are not deal breakers, he's my brother. First of all, I have no choice. I'm stuck with him. But I do love him, and I will call him first before I call anyone else, because he's proven to me that he actually cares about the relationship as much as I do. There are a couple other people in the world like that as well. Certain people that I have fought with, I've gotten into trouble with, and at some point we just didn't even speak to each other, but eventually we got over all of that, and I learned to love them as they were without trying to change who they were because it suited my needs. I accepted them as they were, and they taught me how to accept myself as I am as well. They taught me to see me as they saw me. And that was a big gift as well, which I was able to return the favor. So when you romanticize somebody else, when you set up expectations of how they're supposed to treat you or how they seem to have treated somebody else in the past, like, please don't do that. I've done that too. They talk about how great they were with their exes and how much they, pampered them and spoiled them and how awesome it was. That was an ex, and somewhere along the line they got hurt, and chances are they probably blocked themselves off from ever doing that again because they don't want to get hurt again. So chances are the person you get is not going to be the person they talk about. It's not going to be this ideal version that they have bragged to you about that they're capable of, because until that hurt goes away, until they've healed all of that, they're not going to even venture into that direction. So please, for your own sakes, try really hard not to romanticize anything. See it as it is. Call it as it is. Be as honest as you can. Ask questions when you need to. Try and get to know them as they are. Let them show you who they are. Stop filling in the blanks if you don't know the whole story. Stop pretending like it'll get better. It may not, but you got to take it as it comes. You can't live into the future like that and hope that they meet you there. That's not how that works. More often than not, the best advice I can give you is for you to work on yourself. Heal yourself. Heal the parts of you that tend to get jealous when your significant other talks to other people. Figure out why it is that you feel that you're in comparison to any of those people. Find out why it is that you feel like you need to measure up a certain way in order for people to like you. Because if you like you, that enthusiasm, that excitement that you have for yourself will rub off on everybody around you. So rather than romanticize the person in front of you and love them for who you think they are going to be or the potential that they have, I would rather you learn to love you instead. Love your potential. Believe in yourself so hard that nothing and no one gets in your way. Nothing or no one can shake you. So that's my 2 cents for tonight. I hope that makes some sense. But if you have any questions, please always drop me a line, ask me questions. This is what I live for. I want the conversation. But in the meantime, you guys, do listen and pay attention to what I'm trying to help you with, because I learned too late what I'm trying to teach you now. Don't fall in love with potential. Yes, it will always be there, but that doesn't mean that they're going to live up to it either, because what you see and what they see usually are worlds apart. I hope that makes sense, you guys. I'll catch you later. Bye.